Tinker would be my favorite designer. Tinker Hatfield. When Tink came on board in the 3 and beyond, I would take Tinker to Michael's house. I would let him go through the cars and let him go through the closets and let him just have access to what Michael was. I don't know how in the hell he came up with them damn things. Like, okay, you saw what that made you see this, but their mind is so different.
What's good, everybody? I want to say welcome back to another video. I'm going to try something a little different today. It's been a minute since I've been able to sit and actually record a video, so I'm looking forward to knocking this out today. But I'm as a up and coming sneakerhead, sneaker enthusiast. I've only actually been in the game maybe 5 years, 6 years, maybe. But I want to take an opportunity not only for myself, but to help someone else increase some of that knowledge on the history of Jordan Brand. You know what I mean? Like growing up, you knew Jordan the player, but you didn't really know the details behind Jordan the brand, which is why I thought Air was a spectacular movie. A lot of stuff you never knew. You know what I mean? Stuff it was like, wow, really? But if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It was an amazing movie, lots of history, but it was enjoyable. As I hope this interview will be with Mr. Howard White. And for those of you, like I mentioned, Air, if you did see Air and this name sounds familiar, he is the character that Chris Tucker played in the movie. So I love old cats like that, man. They just, they got all the good stories. So I look forward to just sitting here with you guys and just hearing what this man has to say. And I hope you guys enjoy this content as well. But without any further ado, let's just get into it.
When did I know Michael would be the Michael we see today? I saw within him this will. Yeah, we sell shoes, but it's not about shoes. This is about something far, far greater.
I love the way the old cats talk. They's too cool, man. You knew he was at the blues bar with a cigar, some whiskey or something, jamming on a piano. Like he was enjoying his life. I love hearing people like that talk, man. Them stories, they got the best stories and the best way to. They're the best storytellers. You know what I mean? I just love it.
I am Howard White. Some call me H. And this is my life in sneakers. My father had left us. We didn't have anywhere to go, so we moved with my mother's sister, kind of in the middle of the woods. And they said they let you play basketball down at new high school down the road. I couldn't play, but they couldn't either, so I was on the basketball team. It was Dougie Dwyer, my science teacher, who said, if you're going to be a basketball player, you got to have Converse.
And that's something, going back to Air, that's something crazy that I never knew. It blew my mind hearing that. I always thought Nike was the go-to. I thought Nike was always the it brand. Come to find out, for ball players, Converse was the brand. And I myself personally, I have no idea how people play basketball in Chucks. I don't get it. I rolled my ankle one time. I didn't even blow it out, and I just knew after 5 more minutes it would have been done for me. So learning that Converse was the it brand, it blew my mind. And because like you always see the videos and the pictures of Dr. J and them kind of guys, Clyde and Chucks, but you just, you know what I mean? I never put it 2 and 2 together that Converse was the it brand.
If you bring me $10, I'll get you some Converse. So I went and I looked on the side of the road and found soda bottles, and I cashed them in and came up with $10 and gave them to Dougie Dwyer. And those sneakers told me I was as good as anybody. I finally played in college. Tore one knee up my senior year of high school. Tore the other one up my senior year of college. And I coached after I played at Maryland. The freshman, John Lucas, who came in and took my place, I tried to help him become the best guy he could be, the best player he could be. That was the person that came to me and said, there's this great job with Nike. I said, with who? He said, with Nike.
So, wow. So he started playing basketball because he moved in with his aunt and she told him go to the rec center. And then he joined the basketball team from there. And then basketball became his life in college and high school and college. And from there, he got into coaching. And from coaching, I guess he got into Nike. Wow. Okay. I'm okay. Sometimes it's like you hear some of those stories and it's like divine intervention to me. You know what I mean? Like how? You know what I mean? Like you're not expecting that, but it's crazy to see how stuff plays out.
When did I know, in essence, Michael would be the Michael we see today? I have a feeling for things. And when Mom and Pop and MJ, we all came here, you feel something. Once we signed them, then we really spent a lot of time together. I would stay right at his place when he'd come to DC.
And if you've seen Air, you know what I'm talking about. But I really feel like um, Howard White, when he showed up to that interview, that's what sold the Jordans, Mom, Pop, and Mike on going with Nike. I feel like he was that catalyst that opened them up and I guess warmed their hearts to Nike brand and working with Nike. I can't remember. The guy Matt Damon played. He was very pivotal in getting them in the building. But I feel like the selling point, I, just from the way it seemed to me, I feel like Howard White was a selling point.
He was there at my little house. We played table tennis. That would be that was not acceptable. He went home. He ordered a ping pong table. Then he got them to put ping pong tables at the Berto Center, at their practice facility. He would not accept defeat. B.J. Armstrong said this one time, and now
I wonder if that's when he started getting into betting and a competition like he did. Like you hear the stories, everything he was very competitive with everything. I wonder if that's when it started. And then not that it matters to y'all, but my mom was a ridiculous BJ Armstrong fan. She loved that man as if he gave, or he as if he was my daddy. I was gonna phrase it a different way, but I don't know. I'm not sure if my mom would approve. So I'm just as if he was my father. So her love for him was a little questionable, but no matter what I think. I just want to put that out there. I'm sorry, no matter. It really has nothing to do with the video. You don't hear BJ's name too much, uh, um, unless you're talking to some real diehard Bulls fans who knew who BJ was. A lot of people slight BJ like he wasn't that kind of boy. He had some moves on him for real. Ask Mike when he had to play Golden State when BJ was gone and he was in Golden State. But that don't matter. Let's get back to the video.
must agree. He said Michael never lost. He either won or learned. I saw within him this will. It's not about basketball. I ain't sure the world needed another basketball shoe. A lot of people were great, but I was looking for something that could change the way people saw themselves. Tinker would be my favorite designer. Tinker Hatfield. When Tink came on board, and the 3 and beyond. I would take Tinker to Michael's house. I would let him go through the cars and let him go through the closets and let him just have access to what Michael was. I don't know how in the hell he came up with them damn things. Like, okay, you saw what that made you see this, but their mind is so different.
Wait, so I wish he would have went into more depth about Tinker Hatfield. How did he come in the mix? Because he's a genius, but how did he start getting involved? You know what I mean? Like, I wish he would have went in more depth about that. That's definitely something I want to find out, and I want to hear. I definitely want to hear more of the Tinker Hatfield story. You know what I mean? That man, I gotta find that next.
One of the most interesting shoes I thought was the 11. You know, as Tinker talked to him about that, and I mean, MJ, oh, yeah. Man, I can see kids wearing it to proms. I can see, man, this thing is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And remember, this was before people were wearing sneakers everywhere. This was like out of left field, patent leather. They were different than what anyone had ever seen or could imagine. Obviously, now we can see with hindsight what that did.
Right.
And they still selling them at Christmas. It changed the game. My choice in shoes was the 2 because I got to name that, and it was the imagination. It was him in that white jumpsuit flying through the air.
So he got to name the 2s. Hold on, let me rewind that. Let me make sure I didn't mishear him.
Because I got to name that.
Oops.
And they still selling them at Christmas.
Okay.
It changed the game. My choice in shoes was the 2 because I got to name that, and it was the imagination. It was him in that white jumpsuit flying through the air, and it was just my imagination running away with me. Just the nuances of what that means when you talk about fine Italian leather, iguana, and they're the wings of a dove. You kidding me? They got dove wings on the 8 shoe. How high can we go? Here are the wings. Man, H on the back.
I love this. I love this a lot because I keep taking a lot of flack for my love for 2s, and I just want y'all to stop. Your average sneaker guy, James Myers, and other names, all y'all better quit. See, I'll call Howard right now. We can settle this real quick. Y'all better start respecting them 2s.
Dove wings on the side. Man, that's pretty cool. The H White Air Jordan 2, giving kids a chance through scholarships that they would have never known. And they got a lot to do with basketball. We started a program, brand called Fundamentals, because MJ said his teachers meant so much to him. We would give money to all of these teachers that they sent in proposals that wanted to do something in their school, that wanted to help, all the way to scholarships that can enhance somebody's life. Sneakers for me, when I think of my journey,
Dope.
are literally points of inspiration. I'm looking for that exact same kid that sold soda bottles to come up with $10 to buy a pair of Converse. And
That's crazy. And this is no disrespect to any of y'all young kids out there, but that's the problem with this generation and previous. Kids don't want to work for nothing no more. I mean, you get some lucky parents whose kids allow that to be instilled in them, work ethic and grind. You know what I mean? And they grow up to be, the built that way. But a lot of these kids, man, they're not built to work hard for anything, to grind for anything. Everything's entitled nowadays, and it's sad to me. It really is, man. But I guess it is what it is.
All of this came from a collaboration of individuals and people and companies around a single young man from Chapel Hill, that together we might inspire the world to be better.
I like that. I love that, man. I really did. Excuse me. I hope you enjoyed that, man. I really, I love history. I love hearing older generations who lived through it, who came from it. I love them breaking down the real outside of the narratives. Um, I love stuff like that. To my core, it just makes me feel all bubbly and happy inside. But then it gives me all this extra knowledge, and then I feel more a part of the culture when I can um, understand it more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We're still growing, trying to hit our first 1,000. But if you enjoy this kind of content, let me know in the comments below. I'll pick another. I have a couple more videos I do want to do, but I'm really enjoying this reaction space, uh, this educational kind of, you know what I mean? I enjoy this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next video. Stay tuned for the next live. We'll be live tonight for the last time at 9 p.m. Then we'll do the time swap. But I appreciate and love every last one of you for all the support. Until next time, peace.